Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair.
Hi guys, how you doing? I hope you're all doing great. So as usual, I've brought you back yet another cute, interesting and fun DIY. So today we are going to be making some socks. So without wasting time, let's get into the video. To start off, you need paper. These are just two A4 papers that I pasted together. So the first thing that I did was to put my foot on top of the paper right at the center, and then I marked the longest point of my foot and also the widest portion of my foot. So as you can see, when I measure that, it's 4 inches. Then I connected all the dots and I got a 4 by 10 inch square. And as you can see, my foot fits perfectly when I put it inside. Then I marked a 1 inch seam allowance which I added on both sides, and then I drew lines. Then I took out my tape measure and then I measured that point from my biggest toe up until where my leg starts. And I got 6 inches, which I went on to mark on my paper. Not forgetting to add the same 1 inch allowance like I did before. So when I mark it there, I have my bottom, which is the sole, and I also have the top of the shoe, the top part. And I also have the top part, which is the top part which is going to make up the top part of the socks. Then I also measured my heel, which was 3 inches, but I should have probably made this 2 inches. Then I added the heel measurement onto my pattern. Not forgetting the seam allowance as I went along. Then when I had my pattern, I now cut it out. Then I folded it, that portion. Then I folded it again in half. Then I took my curved ruler and then I cut out the curve. Be mindful not to go all the way because this will separate your pieces. Then I also folded the heel, but in the opposite direction this time. And then I used my curved ruler again to mark, and then I cut that out with a scissors. So when the pattern is done, it kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like a weird fish. Then I now took my pattern and my fabric. So I had my outer fabric, my printed fabric, and my lining, this yellow t-shirt fabric. And then I used the pattern to cut out all my pieces, 2 for the printed fabric and 2 for the lining fabric.
There's no more time to hide, because I
So at that point I had all my pattern pieces. So what I would do is to fold the little fabric and then I pin on the sides just like that. Making sure that the right sides of the fabrics are facing each other. Then I went on to sew. After sewing, this is what it looks like. Then I decided to just try it on and see how it would fit. So when I fit it, I just realized that there's some excess fabric hanging on the sides, so I just pinned that down to go and alter. Then I also pinned the back and I put some pins. Then I now went on to finish sewing it. After sewing it, now it fit and I had my two pieces, and then I inserted the lining pieces inside the printed fabric pieces. And when I do this, I make sure that the wrong sides of the fabrics are facing each other. When I do this, I make sure that the wrong sides of the fabrics are facing each other and there are no row seams showing at all. Then I now measured the circumference of the opening. And I got about 16 inches. Then I went on to cut strips of fabrics which were about 16 inches by 2 inches. Then I took these strips of fabric and then I attached them to the opening of the socks. So there I'm basically showing you how I attach them. I put it right sides facing each other and then I just pin it like that. Then I went on to stitch that on the sewing machine. So after stitching, that is how it looks like. Then I trimmed the excess fabric and then I turned it inside out, and then so I would fold over that strip of fabric and then I would just use a hemming stitch to make sort of like a casing. This is where I was going to insert some elastic. So there I'm showing you basically how I was sewing So at that point I was almost done, and then I'm just showing you after I'd finished hemming how they looked like. As you can see, the mouth is like wide open. Then I inserted this little elastic inside to just give them a better fit. And then I would sew the gap that I used to insert the elastic. So this is a really great way to use leftover scraps of fabric. If you have any stretchy fabrics or some old t-shirts that you no longer need, the socks are great for winter. And I'm going to link another video so that you guys can also see other sock videos. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye.